Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, March 19th, 2021. Welcome to another eBay video. Tonight's topic is going to actually piggyback on the video I made the other night where I showed you guys how eBay was not closing returns in a reasonable amount of time when they expire. I'm going to talk more about that, expound upon it, if I may. Then, on the other hand, I'm going to show you how they protect us against scammers and against item not received cases when it clearly shows the item has been received. Okay? And as always, before I start reading your comments, questions, and concerns, it's cloudy and raining. Last Friday, we had an unusual sunny day, and I was so happy. And many of you guys even wrote in and reflected how happy I was. However, we've had nothing but clouds since last week. Nothing at all. It didn't rain every single day, but it was cloudy and absolutely raw. Just plain despicable and nasty. So, better days coming. Let's get started with your comments, questions, and concerns from my last video. Winter Crow wrote, have you talked to eBay to remind them? We'd all like to think that on their end, they're aware of the time limits they set and when returns need to be closed. They certainly don't hesitate to open them. I can see a delay of a day or so, but they gave the buyer plenty of time to begin with. And the buyer was clearly at fault for not reading the full description to begin with. Meanwhile, nice to see you on a Tuesday. Vicky Gagan wrote, Joe, careful with eBay managed payments. It is very easy for a buyer to get a chargeback from their credit card company without any proof. All they have to do is claim with the credit card provider, buyer, did not receive a refund. It will cost us sellers the cost of the item, standard listing fees, and a new eBay $20 dispute fee. It's happened to a couple of fellow sellers that I know. That's quite important what she's talking about there, and I'm going to address that separately as one of my main topics right after I read all the comments, questions, and concerns. I'm going to relate to you a story about a scammer who tried exactly what Vicky Gagan just said. Flippin' Ain't Easy wrote, Joe, I called eBay about this very topic a few months ago. I had the same situation come up where it was 5 days, I believe business days, from the return date. The rep stated to me they give the buyer another 5 days after this date to allow for the package to arrive to you in transit in case the system doesn't pick the package scan. Per what they told me, this should close sometime after the 17th. So nice of eBay to give the buyer 30 days and then another period of time once the return is opened. If eBay gave half this consideration to the seller, most would be happy. I made a video on this very topic, and just to add this to the laundry list of peeves we are being asked to tolerate. Thanks, Joe. Flippin' ain't easy. Well, let me stop there for a second and tell you guys that I showed you guys 2 outstanding returns earlier this week that never closed when they were supposed to. I'm happy to report that the returns closed yesterday morning, which was the 18th. But still, that was way too long to leave them open, in my opinion. What's important is I showed you that one case where the buyer bought those 3 Honda hubcaps and claimed item not as described falsely, in the attempt to either get me to give him a partial refund or to send them back at my expense. And you notice that I stood up to him. I said, I'm not giving you a partial refund, not a dime. I will pay to get them back because I know I can relist them and sell them. He never sent them back, just as I said. They're very hard to get. All Honda parts are in demand. This guy, in my opinion, was fishing for a partial refund. It never happened, so the case closed in my favor. Bull on Wall Street wrote, same issue, Joe. I have a rare colored crock pot with bun warmer asking for a return. I asked for pictures to get started on the return and nothing. Then I looked at the pictures closer and I'm thinking the item shown in the singular picture, sent, might not even be mine and just purchased mine to replace their old one. So I sent a label and said please ship back and still nothing. eBay won't close the return and here we are. No product, no money, nothing done. eBay can do better. Crosswalk Larry wrote, I have only had half a dozen returns in 15 years and buyers were luckily honest. If you print a label and not use the label by the customer, can you get a refund on the label? The answer is yes. You are not charged for the label when you print it. You are charged for the label when the customer uses the label at the post office. So you have nothing to worry about there, Crosswalk Larry. And the fact that you've only had half a dozen returns in 15 years, you are the luckiest man alive. Since I came out here, what was it, 2-3 days ago? I've had 3 more returns come in. I get tons of returns. You are the luckiest man alive as far as returns is concerned. Dennis Copper wrote, would anyone like to guess how many days a bad buyer on eBay can use your item and then return it back to you? If you guess 2 months, keep going. The last comment I'm going to read is from Spiky911 USA. I can't believe in 2021 we're still talking about returns that don't get closed, glitches, missing pictures, missing descriptions. Does anyone still work at eBay or did they all leave and forget to turn off the lights? So those are the comments that I've chosen to read this week. Now I'm going to tell you 2 news stories. One about an item not received case that was opened by an impatient buyer, and another one about a scammer. So let's get started. No, wait, let's first take a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Oh yeah, on this cold, rainy day. So here's what happened this week. Last Friday, a buyer contacted me through eBay messages and said, I have not received my item. Short and sweet. I checked the tracking and there were 2 scans. There was the original scan and there was a second scan along the way and then nothing. And it was in fact 2 days overdue. I wrote back to the buyer immediately on Friday and I said, give it another day. If you haven't received the item by the end of the day Saturday, contact me and I will initiate a USPS lost package search, okay? Easy, peasy, Japanesey. Saturday at noontime, 12 o'clock noon, I'm about to take a bite of my sandwich. This guy contacts me again. The mail just came and I didn't get a package from you. All right. Okay. I say to myself, after I'm done eating, I will start initiating a USPS lost package search. I then took exactly 2 bites of my sandwich when, ding, notification, item not received, case open against me by this impatient buyer. Okay, so that's how it's going to be? That's how it's going to be. When I was done eating and I had digested my food, I then opened a USPS lost package inquiry. No problem there. Okay? Sunday afternoon, he messages me again. I still don't have my item. Where is it? How in holy hell can he expect to get the item on a Sunday afternoon when he already received his mail Saturday, and didn't get it? How impatient is this guy going to be? Plus, he already opened a case against me. I don't know why he's even contacting me. So I totally ignored him. Blew him right off. I'm not playing that game. Monday, about midday, I get a notification from eBay saying, good news, your buyer has received his package. We have sent him an email to go ahead and acknowledge he received his package, and the case will automatically close and you'll be fine. However, if he does not automatically agree to close the case, we will close it for you in 24 hours. So what do you think this impatient buyer did? Keep in mind, he's contacted me so many times, even had the cast iron balls to contact me on a Sunday. He totally blows me off and ignores the case that eBay sent him. So eBay went ahead and automatically closed it out for me on Tuesday. It's great that eBay did this, but I find it a real slap in the face that this impatient buyer contacted me numerous times, wouldn't even let me open a lost package search, opens a case against me, and then ignores the letter from eBay to go ahead and close the return. What a dick. Second story is about a scammer. And I feel that any one of you guys that encounters a scammer should go public with it, all right? Because if you don't, they're going to continue to scam you. You need to fight the scammers. So here's what happened, and this dates back to January. Early in January, a person signed up to eBay specifically to buy my item for $100 plus, I believe, $40 shipping. It was a 17 by 17 by 8 box. So they're expensive to ship, especially out west. They received the item, let's say 3 or 4 days later, and then about 3 or 4 days after that, they opened a case with their credit card provider, not with eBay, which I thought was kind of odd because most people would open an item not received case like the guy did with me the other day. But this one went right to their credit card company. eBay then sent me a form, and it said you must provide proof that you do not owe this buyer a refund. And there was no place in the form for me to write a response. All there was a space for me to upload one measly picture. So I took a screenshot of the tracking information that showed it was delivered to this person's house, and I sent that in. And eBay wrote back and said, thank you. We will send this to the person's credit card issuer, and it's up to them to decide, and we'll let you know how it goes. So I actually forgot about it because it was 2 months ago. And earlier this week, I received a reply from eBay, and it said, good news. A decision has been made by the credit card issuer in your favor. You do not have to refund any money. The hold has been taken off this money, and you're good to go. So think about that. That's pretty big, I think, that the credit card issuer sided with me. I think it's sad that people sign up to eBay and on their very first transaction try and pull a fast one. What I'm talking about here in this case is very important, and it goes back to what Vicky Gagan said earlier about managed payments and people being stung. Now, previously, when somebody pulled crap like this, we would go through PayPal, prove that we delivered the item, that we did our part, and PayPal would close the case in our favor. Sometimes PayPal would even give us the money out of their pocket or give the money out of their pocket back to the buyer. It was called PayPal Seller Protection. And PayPal, I gotta tell you, was very good about this. Managed payments is going to be different. I really didn't expect this myself. This is the first negative interaction I had with somebody trying to pull a fast one since I joined managed payments. But sadly, I do believe that myself and many of you guys will encounter this somewhere down the road. eBay managed payments was really supposed to be like a one-stop hub a centralized hub for any problem that might arise. But many people are starting to realize and think that maybe that's just not the case. Maybe it's not all it was cracked up to be. So I thought I owed it to you guys to come out here and relate this story to you in case it happens to you. Always submit tracking information and fight these cases. Don't say, it's only 30, 40 bucks. I ain't going to worry about it. You need to fight back. Because if you bend over and touch your toes, these people, these scammers, are going to continue to do it to other eBay sellers. And that is just not acceptable in my book. I won't allow it. So follow my lead. Stand up for yourself. Luckily, it's not a widespread problem. Like I said, I've been with managed payments since July of last year. This is the first time I believe anybody's pulled anything like this. I fought back and I won. I fought the scammer and I won. So yeah. Anything else to talk about this week? Do any of you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns that you'd like me to talk about next week? If so, please put them in the comment section and maybe I'll read your question, comment, or concern right here on the Crazy New York Driver Show next week, because I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday night I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I'm doing a good job, tell me in the comments section what you want me to hit up and I'll be glad to do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems. I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask on any of my videos and I never will. I've never distorted my voice because I feel that's dishonest and unscrupulous. Heck, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. So yeah, that being said, go out there, make a ton of money on eBay, rock on, and peace! Epilogue. Sales this week were very, very strong. It was one of my busiest weekends in a long time. The whole trunk of my car was just filled up with boxes when I took my weekly weekend picture of my eBay sales. So yeah, I was very happy with sales this week. No complaints at all. Hopefully next Friday it won't be cloudy and rainy, but most likely it will be cloudy and rainy. Anyway, guys, you're the best audience in the world. There's only one thing I can say, and that is, don't be fishy!